Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Metal Scourge here with another deck profile update. And today, for you guys, I will be showing off my Lunalight deck. And this deck is also fusion based like my Melodious, and it could actually be a good deck for Link Summoning. But before we start, I'd like to give a shout out to my friends who helped me make this channel possible and inspired me to make a channel. Shout out to my friend Lucas. And my friend Philip Kinzel. He has a channel, the South Canadian Gamer. Go check his channel out. It's a pretty cool dude, and you might see some stuff later on this summer with me and Lucas and hanging out. And I'd also like to give a shout out to my friends Nodis and Jake. I work with them and they help kick this channel off. I'd like to give a shout out to my friend Michael Lambert. Sup, Michael? Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you get into Yu-Gi-Oh! So, without further ado, let's start this deck profile. So, first, we're going to do the monsters. We first run 3 Lunalight Black Sheep. And for those of you who don't know what Black Sheep does is, basically, you can discard her to add a Lunalight monster from your graveyard to the hand, except for Black Sheep, or you can add 1 polymerization from your deck to your hand. And then she has another effect where she uses a fusion material, which is very easy, and sent to the graveyard. You can target 1 Lunalight Pendulum monster in your extra deck, or 1 Lunalight monster in your graveyard, and add it to your hand. Pretty cool. So yeah, you run 3 of her, no less. Then we run 3 Blue Cat. Lunalight Blue Cat. Basically, if she's special summoned, you can target 1 Lunalight monster you control, and its attack points automatically come double until the end of the turn. Really nice, because then you can get some really heavy beat sticks, and there's ways to special summon her. We're not running Call of the Hunted from the graveyard, but you can special summon from her hand using other effects. So, she's also 3. All these monsters are going to be at 3, because that's the way I run them, and it's actually pretty fun. And you do have ways to get them back, so. And then we have the cute one, 3 Lunalight White Rabbit. Cute but deadly. Her effect is, if she's normal summoned, you can immediately special summon a Lunalight from your graveyard in defense position. And then you can also, she's also a great back row removal, because she can send cards from your spell and traps, opponent spell and trap zone, sorry about that, back to the hand, up to the number of Lunalight monster you control. So she's really nice. So it's like, if they have like a really annoying trap card in the field, like Royal Decree or something, just send it back to the hand, and then you can have free plays. Then the Pendulum Lunalights, we run 3 Tiger. Basically, she's a scale 5. And she has the ability to special summon Lunalights from your graveyard, but they're destroyed to end phase, they can't attack, and effects are negated. But you can still use them as fusion material, so it's really kind of nice to have her. And her monster effect is, you can special summon a Lunalight monster if she's destroyed by battle or card effect from your graveyard. Pretty nice. Tiger. And then the other Pendulum scale we run, the more powerful one, the scale 1 Lunalight Wolf. We run 3 of her. Wolf's effect, basically, you can't Pendulum summon except for Lunalight monsters, but that's not a problem, because this deck is pure Lunalight. Then you can use banished cards from your field or graveyard as fusion materials for a fusion monster once per turn. So, she's pretty cool. And she's a scale 1, so you can Pendulum summon 2, 3, and 4 with Tiger in your other scale. And then her monster effect just allows Lunalight to do piercing battle damage. Doesn't hurt. I mean, piercing battle damage is awesome. We run 3 Purple Butterfly. Basically, her effect is you can send her from the hand or field to the graveyard, target 1 Lunalight monster you control, it gains 1,000 attack. She has a graveyard effect where you banish her, special summon 1 Lunalight monster from your hand. So again, heavy beat sticks, just You know, you can really screw your opponent over. It's not a quick play effect, but you can use it on your turn, so that's kind of cool. And that's all the monsters we run for right now for this deck. I know it's kind of small, but it's 18 monsters. It's not bad. Now we'll move on to the trap cards. We only run 3 trap cards, and that's just 3 Lunalight Reincarnation Dance. The effect, basically, with a Lunalight monster you control destroy by battle or card effect, you can add up to 2 Lunalight monsters from your deck to your hand. She's a searcher. It's a searcher, I mean. So, pretty nice. Just use it. If you kind of brick, you could set this card face down, set a monster face down, and then if it's destroyed, just chain that right away. I mean, it can be negated, but you'd run 3. Pretty self-explanatory. Then, since this is a fusion deck, we run 2 Fusion Recycling Plant. If you have the choice, don't run Fusion Gate. I mean, it's a good fusion card, field spell, but try to run 2 Fusion Recycling Plant because, again, allows you to pitch a card from your hand, add a poly from your graveyard or deck to your hand, and then you can add a fusion material that you use for a fusion summon back to your hand to end phase. It's pretty nice. Pretty helpful. Very helpful situations. We run 3 Lunalight Perfume. This card is broken as all fuck. Like, seriously. I mean, it's basically a spell version of Call the Hunt for Lunalight monsters. I mean, you can, when you activate it, you can just special summon 1 Lunalight monster from your graveyard. And then you can banish it, discard a card, and then add 1 Lunalight monster in your deck to your hand. So it's really nice. Just be able to special summon from the graveyard instead of having to wait for Call the Hunter or something, you know? This card is optional, and I'm thinking about taking this out and putting a different card in. But 5/1/5 formation Tensu. What this does is it basically allows you to get an extra normal summon of a Beast Warrior type, and just gives them 100 attack. All your Beast Warriors 100 attack points. Not a really good card, but it's there. The real card that helps out the deck a lot. 3/5 formation Tenki. Tenki, it also gives it's like Tensu, only when it's activated you can add a level 4 lower Beast Warrior type from your deck to your hand. And it's really cool. And it gives all attack and it's a continuous spell, so search. It's a searcher. Two Cattle Call. Basically, you use this. You kind of use this with a combination and go into your fusion monster. So, like, you send. I mean, most of your monsters, fusion monsters, can't be special summoned. In other ways, they have to be fusion summoned first. But it's like, you use Cattle Call, send like a White Rabbit, because all these are Beast Warriors. And then you special summon Cat Dancer, and then you can just Cat Dancer to go into your boss monster and other things. So, it's pretty cool. I just run it at 2. And it's a quick play, so it's in either player's turn. One Terraforming, self-explanatory, search fusion recycling plant. I run 2 Pot of Acquisitiveness. Sorry if I probably butchered that, but sorry about that. I run 2 because, mainly for a little bit of draw power, because Wolf's Effect allows you to banish stuff. It allows you to get some of your banished crap back in your deck and then draw a card for it. And then I run, this is also optional, but for this deck, also draw power. I run 2 Polymerizations and 1 Fusion Substitute. Fusion Substitute was debatable because I like being able to fuse from the hand and field. but fusion stuff's also treated as a poly, so it just allows you to fusion from. It only allows you to fusion from the field. But that's not too bad of a downside. It's always treated as a poly, so you can search it out with fusion recycling plant, and you can banish it to draw a card and get your stuff back. 2 fusion recovery. Again, recycle your fusion stuff. Pretty self-explanatory. Target a poly and a fusion monster used for a fusion summon this turn. Add it to your hand. Just in case you don't have fusion recycling plant on the field. And finally, 2 fusion tag. Basically, you can use it to go into your more powerful fusion monsters. Again, this is kind of self-explanatory too. And that's it for the main deck. Now we will go into the extra deck. And let me tell you, I've had so many good duels with this extra deck. I've OTK'd my friend using 1 card, really. We basically run 3 of each fusion monster. We first run Cat Dancer. Lunalight Cat Dancer. She's the basic fusion monster you have to go into. She requires 2 Lunalight monsters. And she has a kicker. She can't be destroyed by battle, which is nice. And she's a 2400 attack, 2000 defense. But she can't be destroyed by battle. And then once per turn, you contribute another Lunalight monster you control. She has a temper tantrum effect. I mean, once you tribute that, basically she can attack all your opponent's monsters twice each. The first time they be destroyed by battle, they're not destroyed. And every time she declares an attack, you can automatically inflict 100 to your opponent, even if it's negated. Pretty freaking cool. I mean, just... you could just bitch slap your opponent with her. She's nice. I really do love her. But yeah, you can just bitch slap your opponent with her. Like I said, one time my friend had 5 monsters on the field, and I literally attacked all 5, and with that first time, the opponent's monster will be destroyed by battle. If their monster's in attack position, they're taking basically double damage because it's getting attacked twice and then it's being destroyed. It's pretty cool. So yeah, you run her at 3. Then you run 3 Panther Dancer. She requires Cat Dancer, and then another Lunalight monster, but she has the same effect, only she can be destroyed by battle, but she cannot be destroyed by my opponent's card effects. So you could, I mean, if you Dark Hole the field on your own, she'd be destroyed, but if your opponent would Dark Hole or do something that destroys, she's unaffected. She can... You don't have to tribute to activate her effect, but she can also attack all your opponent's monsters twice each. The first time they'd be destroyed, it's not destroyed by battle, but you can only activate it during your main phase 1. And, yeah, every time she destroys a monster by battle, she gains 200 attack till the end of the battle phase. So, if your opponent manages to keep on special summon monsters in between, during the battle phase, you can just keep on attacking it. And the first time your opponent's monster be destroyed by battle, it's not. So, she's awesome. I like her too. All these are multiple attackers, so they're all amazing. Finally, the boss monster of the deck. 3 Lunalight Leo Dancer. She can't be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. She can attack twice, and she's a 3500 beater. Really nice. And then when she attacks, at the end of the damage step, you can destroy all special summon monsters your opponent controls. So, yeah, that can basically wipe out the whole field. And you can kind of see why I said this would be good for Link format, which is coming out in a couple weeks. So, yeah. And with that will end this deck profile. But yeah, feel free to try out this deck. It's really fun. And most of the cards are relatively cheap. I traded for some stuff but yeah, so feel free to hit that subscribe button and like, and I will post some more deck profiles, and guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Talk to me if you have any other questions about what deck you want to make next. So I have a few more decks that I'm going to be making, in the process of making, so that might take some time, but when I make a new deck, I'll try to upload. With that, Metal Scourge out. And I'd also like to thank you guys for subscribing and everything else. So, well, you guys enjoy the rest of your day.